Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how Katherine McNamara says she cannot rest until one specific Arrowverse storyline is resolved. Now if you don't know, Katherine McNamara did play Mia Queen in Arrow, and there was even this backdoor pilot for Green Arrow and Canary show where would have I would have guessed sent obviously would have guessed since it was in 20-ish years in the future, centered around the future Team Arrow, with Mia Queen being the Green Arrow and Dino Drake and Earth 2 Laurel kind of be like the mentors to this new Team Arrow. And I actually would have enjoyed seeing that. I did enjoy the episode. I looked way more forward to that show, the Green Arrow and the Canary show. That sadly got canceled, which I hope they bring back. I hope they bring into fruition. Then I was looking forward to the Batwoman show, which lasted way longer than it should. Batwoman, in my opinion, should have ended with season 2. In my opinion. At the longest. But with that said, let me get into this article, shall we? So, even though Katherine McNamara's Walker Independence is airing now on the CW, the actress still thinks about her previous venture on the network. While Arrow's spin-off Green Arrow and the Canaries never went to a series, McNamara opened up about one storyline she needs solved, and fans likely agree. The potential spin-off backdoor pilot in Arrow final season ended on a major cliffhanger where William was taken. To this day, that mystery hasn't been solved on screen. While McNamara returned as Mia Smoke for the Armageddon crossover event, she had yet to find her big brother. In an interview with Looper, the Shadow Hunters alum discuss how much she needs the Arrowverse storyline to be solved. It's definitely still a disappointment that the episode ended on a cliffhanger, and we never got a resolution. Since McNamara still has an interest in the story since Nick McNamara still has an interest in the story being told in the Arrowverse, or at least what's still left in the Arrowverse after all the cancellations, hopefully that will be resolved at some point before it's too late, even if we don't get to actually see it. Katherine McNamara also revealed that she has been campaigning for the resolution of the storyline for quite some time. She knows that not only do fans deserve it, but Ben Lewis, who played William, also deserves some closure for his character, and if it was up to her, there would be no question about it. It's unknown if this storyline will ever be resolved, unfortunately, but knowing that Katherine McNamara is determined may make fans feel a little bit better. It does make me wonder if the Arrow writers who crafted the cliffhanger in the first place already had plans for what had happened to William. For the way McNamara is talking, it sounds like she has no clue just what her on-screen brother got into. With The Flash as the last remaining series and then chronologically in the Arrowverse, and Superman Lois is not in the Arrowverse. I think Superman Lois is in the Arrowverse. I think they're just on a different Earth. They're not on Earth Prime. But I think Superman Lois is loosely in the Arrowverse. And I do emphasize loosely. Anyways, with The Flash on the last remaining series that's canonically in the Arrowverse, my fingers are crossed that we will get our wish and McNamara returns in the Flash final season to get some help finding her brother. Or at very least, we get some good news about it. That the rescue happens off screen. Now that's an interesting fact. I think the Flash is gonna have like 10 episodes in its final season, mirroring Arrow. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, with the I already read that. Prior to returning to the Arrowverse for the Armageddon crossover, Katherine McNamara expressed interest in returning to as Mia. Now with a year passed since she reprised her role as the Green Arrow, McNamara has her new project on the CW, and her heart is still with Mia and finishing that story. Unfortunately, the CW making cuts following the Nexstar deal is hard to predict what will happen on the network. And I would like, on one hand, I would kind of like to see her make a cameo in the Flash to help us explain to help wrap up the William arc, and we see Nemo over here. But on the other hand, if we're gonna get that arc, I'd rather have it be more than an hour-ish episode. So if we're gonna get that, then I hope we're gonna get Nexstar, and the CW can make a deal where give us at least a mini series, like a 12-episode arc of Mia Queen, of the Green Arrows and the Canary, where about the first 6 episodes of that series, we get Mia Queen try and find her brother, successful, and maybe that will lead to the big bad of the miniseries, and our heroes and maybe some villains, which I probably will. Some heroes and villains team up to fight the big bad, which I wouldn't doubt could be the Deathstrokes. I'm also interested in this because, like I said, I was more interested in seeing the Green Arrow and the Canary show more than I was interested in seeing Batwoman. And Batwoman should have been canned season 2 because that show lasted a season too long for me. Green Arrows and the Green Arrow and the Canaries, I really enjoy the thought of it. I've been a fan of the Arrow show since it first came out, and I've been with the Arrowverse since Arrow came out. Literally the first episode of Arrow. So I've been a Arrowverse fan, Illuminati, if that's the proper term, since the very beginning. And I do want to see this story arc getting resolved. I think, whether it's in the mini series or in a comic book, maybe a comic book trilogy, or a video game run. I think us fans deserve it. And preferably out of the 3 options I mentioned, if we were not going to see it the actors physically come back, then I would like to see it in a video game run where the actors who played their respective roles could come back to voice their characters. So we, us fans, can kind of feel like we're part of the action more than just watching it, if that makes sense, or reading it. That's just me. But like I said, I know this is kind of a mixed bag because some people dislike the direction the Arrowverse has gone off to towards the end of its run. Me, I can see that, and that's understandable. But like I said, I rather see see this cliffhanger get resolved. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters, and be kind to one another.